now, back to the Avenger and the Melody of Murder.
Jim, this bus terminal's practically deserted. Business can't be very good.
Don't let appearances fool you, Fern. I had Inspector White order the place cleared. The men around here are all plainclothesmen.
Oh.
Anything may happen here in the next 5 minutes, Fern. I'm not taking any chances on innocent bystanders getting involved.
Nice work, Jim.
Now, Fern, I want you to wait in that music shop over there in the arcade. You'll be safe there and still able to keep a sharp lookout on the check room.
Jim, I'm afraid for you. Don't go through with this. It's too dangerous.
I must keep this appointment, Fern. It's our only chance of cracking this case and stopping these murders.
Oh, but Jim...
Now run along. It's almost time. Our man of mystery may appear at any moment.
Okay, Jim. Good luck.
Keep a sharp watch now.
I will, Jim.
Oh, good afternoon, miss. What can I do for you?
Why, I'd like to look at one of your record catalogs, please.
Oh, certainly. We have all the latest records. I'll be glad to play any of them you like.
Thank you. I'll look through the list first.
Clerk.
Huh? Oh, yes, sir. Did you find what you wanted?
Yes, I'd like to listen to this record, this Concerto Penseroso.
Oh, of course, sir. I'll play it for you.
Make it a little louder, please.
Yes, sir.
Why, that's the workman who was in Burlingame's office. I'd better call Jim. Jim, come here, quick.
Get out of my way, miss.
Jim, are you all right?
I'm okay, Fern.
Hurry, then. There goes our man. He's getting away. Through the arcade, Jim, that way.
Oh, what happened, miss? Where was that explosion?
There in the check room. Look, the whole place is a shambles.
I should say so. I better go and see if anyone was hurt.
He got away, Fern. Not a sign of him anywhere.
It was the workman that installed the ticker in Burlingame's office, Jim.
Fern, get that record off the machine.
Yes, Jim.
And bring it along.
Why do you need the record, Jim?
That concerto is a melody of murder. There. That proves it, Fern.
Jim, nobody touched that gun. What caused it to go off?
The vibrations of that chord I struck upon the piano. They released the hair trigger of that gun.
That was the strangest thing I ever saw, Jim. You just placed that gun on the shelf between two rows of books, and all of a sudden it went off and fell to the floor.
Our killer posed as a piano tuner and used that ingenious method to kill Carlton.
But that bomb in the news ticker machine, Jim, was it set off by vibrations, too?
Yes, Fern. The slight movement caused by the vibrations of the gong released the delicate hairspring pin of the grenade planted inside the machine. That's how the explosion occurred. And the same thing happened at the bus terminal. The criminal left a bag containing the grenade in the check room.
Then went into that music shop in the arcade and at 4 o'clock had a certain record played.
Exactly. Now, let's add up the facts we know. That man in the music shop could be working for Redford. Now, if he isn't, then Redford is his next logical victim. Also, he's very anxious to get me off the case.
I'm anxious to get you off this case, too, Jim. It's fantastic and horrible. Every time I hear music, I'll be afraid for our lives.
Oh, we can't give up now, Fern. We know what the criminal looks like and how the murders were committed. Those facts are bound to lead us somewhere.
Well, before we start chasing down any more clues, I'll have to change my shoes. When that criminal ran out of the music shop, he stepped on my foot. Look at this big mark on the toe of my shoe.
Fern, give me that shoe. That dirt mark is evidence.
Evidence?
Yes, a laboratory test of that dirt may tell us exactly where to find the murderer. Here it is, Fern. This is what I've been looking for.
What is it, Jim?
Look, in these books Mrs. Carlton turned over to me, there's a record of a farm the firm of Carlton, Burlingame, and Redford bought about 5 years ago.
Why is that important, Jim?
Because that farm proved to be a very good investment. Shortly after it was purchased, it was found to be rich in bauxite.
I still don't get it.
That dirt I analyzed from your shoe contained bauxite.
Oh? Who owned the farm?
Chester Morland. But it seems to me old Morland died about a year ago.
Doesn't this put Redford on the spot, Jim? It shows how much he had to gain by the death of his two partners.
Yes, but it could mean something else entirely. Fern, get your things. We're going for a drive.
Jim, I think we should have brought the inspector and some of his men along. I have a feeling we're going to run into trouble out here.
Well, the inspector wasn't at headquarters, Fern. I left word for him to join us in half an hour. Anyway, there's always a chance that this may turn out to be a wild goose chase.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh, here's the road where we turn in. There. Now, that's the old Morland house up there ahead.
It looks deserted, Jim.
Yeah, probably hasn't been lived in since Carlton's firm took over the farm.
Why are you parking so far away from the house, Jim?
Fern, I want you to wait here in the car.
Oh, Jim.
Listen, Fern. Somebody's playing the piano in there.
Yes. I guess this is the place you're looking for, all right. Jim.
Yes, Fern.
Let's arrange some sort of signal in case anything goes wrong in there.
Okay. If I want you, I'll play the small flower rondelay on the piano.
And I'll come running, Jim.
Don't be frightened, Fern. I think everything will be all right. I'm going in there as the Avenger.
Well, Uncle, your day of vengeance is at hand. I, Curtis Moreland, have kept my promise to you, even though you're dead. Uncle, your last enemy dies today. And we'll have our farm back. Carlton, Burlingame, and Redford. They were no match for me, Uncle. I've murdered 2 of them, and Redford dies within the hour. All with my music, Uncle. The music that you taught me.
Curtis Moreland.
Who's there? Who called my name?
It's the Avenger, Moreland.
The Avenger? Where? I can't see you.
Get away from that piano, Moreland. The Avenger knows your secret. There's a discord of death in the music you play.
Yes, there's death in it. Death and vengeance. And the music won't stop until all 3 of them are dead.
Where is Redford?
In a few minutes, Redford will die. Nothing can save him. Not even you.
Where is he?
I have but to strike a certain chord, and he will be blown into 1,000 pieces.
Moreland, nothing can be gained by murder. Spare Redford.
No, Avenger. He's doomed just like the others. But I would torture him a little first. I'll have him listen to the dirge of doom before I strike the final chord. What are you doing, Avenger? Get away from this piano. No hand but mine must touch these keys. Stop it, I say, stop it!
A simple rondelay can break the spell of your vibrations, Moreland.
What is it, Avenger? How can I help you?
Young lady, Redford is in this house. Find him and get him out. Hurry.
Yes, I'll find him, Avenger.
I've made a promise to a dead man, and I must keep it. You're a fool, Avenger. I can still outwit you. There is another piano in this house, and even if it means that I must die, I'll strike the proper chord on it.
Then, Avenger, you'll see a whole wing of this house explode and collapse into a deserted mine shaft.
Moreland, come back! Moreland! I can hear you, Fern. I'm coming in a moment.
Jim, when I saw the whole wing of that house collapse, I never thought I'd see you alive again.
Moreland locked the door after him, Fern. Otherwise, I would have tried to save him.
Well, it's nice to be back here safely in the laboratory, Jim. I hope we never have another case like this. My nerves won't stand it.
We'll do some routine work on the telepathic indicator for a few days and give you a chance to get back to normal, Fern.
Well, now to bring your notes up to date on this case, Jim, what shall I list for the motive of Curtis Moreland's crimes?
Revenge, Fern. That farm had belonged to Curtis's uncle and would have fallen to Curtis at the old man's death. But Carlton and his partners discovered a very rich deposit of bauxite there and persuaded old Moreland to sell the farm. It drove young Curtis mad to watch those partners get rich at his uncle's expense. And when the old man died, Curtis vowed to get even and reclaim his heritage.
Well, we saved Redford anyway. He's promised to face the music and see that Mrs. Carlton gets her husband's share of the business.
Which is just about where we came in on this.
Yes. What's that?
Take it easy, Fern. It's only the piano tuner. We ruined the tone of my piano with those vibration experiments, so I decided to have it tuned.
Oh, Jim, I don't think I'll ever be able to enjoy piano music again.
All characters, names, places, and plots used in the Avenger program are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental.
This is a thought. A thought. A thought. Remember, listen for another adventure of...
The Avenger.